Taking a walk down the street, the park, or beaches can be a relaxing activity. Usually you can encounter other people walking, enjoying the green, and most of the time a pile of trash on the floor or scattered around the floor. My name is Miguel Alvarez, and today I'm going to be talking about how we could help reduce plastic and litter pollution in the planet. We're going to talk about especially the trash pollution, and I'm going to be going over the effects of the trash in the environment. I'm going to go into some ways the government or other local enforcement could be made to make some laws or enforcement that will eventually reduce the amount of litter. And I'm also going to be going over some ways that we can personally help with reducing all this trash pollution in the world. But why is this a big issue? Surely a couple pieces of plastic that you drop on the floor occasionally won't kill something or affect the environment. The only problem with this is that it's not just individually, it's that all the trash is piling up and accumulating over time, that it had become such an issue that there are reported billions of tons of trash in the world. According to recyclecoach.com, there are about 6.3 billion tons of trash, and most of that consists of plastic. A lot of the trash ends up going to the ocean, which has been seen in some examples as the great trash. I'm forgetting the name right now, but it's a great trash pile in the Atlantic Ocean, if I'm not mistaken. And what result of that is that a lot of animals are dying, a lot of animals are being hurt, the ecosystem is getting messed up, and according to Texas Disposal, about over a million animals die annually because of trash. They could die either from ingestion, the consumption of the plastic. They can become entangled in it. We see it a lot in sea life, where fish or other marine life gets entangled with plastic and ends up dying. And we could even see it with the aviary creatures. There's a big sample. There's a lot of pictures of seagulls with soda can holders, the plastic ones, wrapped around their neck, their wings, seals, everything. And we are living in a time where that's becoming the usual, and well, what can we do to change it? So that's going to lead to my second point, which is how some governments or other officials could help reduce. In California, the average fine for littering is either $100 to $750, and that's usually going to include some community service. But in the grand scheme of things, it is not that bad of a punishment. You could easily pay the fine. Usually the community service hours are between 8 to 12 hours. So in reality, that's not going to stop people from stop littering. And plus, when it's in very highly densely populated areas, the regulations are extremely hard to be enforced. The police can't be looking after every single person that drops trash. So a solution that they can do instead is place more trash cans or places where trash could be disposed of. I've gone to a lot of places where it is kind of hard to find a trash can, and in result you see plastic bottles, you see bags all over the ground. So instead of trying to enforce the laws, which will be hard because of a lot of people doing that, the government can start implementing more places to dispose of the trash. But while that gets put in place, what can we personally do? I think one of the easiest ways to help out with the reduction of plastic and litter is starting to use reusable items. By reusable, I mean things that are disposable, such as plastic bottles or plastic bags. So one thing we can do is we can start using disposable bottles, this hatch flask right here, or other types of bottles that can be refilled and used over and over for a while. Honestly, I've had this one for about maybe 3 years. I still use it to this day, and it's still pretty good quality. And instead of buying those 24 packs of water bottles at Costco or at the store, you can easily just use this and find the water fine or any other place where you can find water. Just keep refilling these. Other things we can do is if there isn't a place that has, like, for example, the beach, you know, you go to the beach and you usually bring snacks, you bring water and everything, you need to dispose of that trash. And like I said, some places don't have a lot of trash cans around or available for us to throw away trash. So we can start buying. I not have this one right here. That actually, when I bought my shoes for work, they gave me this bag, and you know, it's pretty good. You can carry a lot of stuff in there. So you can bring something similar to this to any beach or any park. Carry all your stuff in there. Once you're done with the trash, put the trash in there, and just wait until you find a place to throw that trash away. And I think these are some ways that we can slowly start individually helping out the planet and helping out the prevention of more trash ending up in the ocean, parks, animals, you know. So I went over the ways that the trash is hurting the environment and the organisms living in it. I went over some ways that governments can help with regulating more litter laws, and if not, placing more places to throw away the trash at. And finally, I went over some ways that we can personally help out and reduce the amount of trash going into the environment and waterways. Hopefully this speech educated you guys. It educated me, and we can take one step at a time to start healing and preserving the planet. So when you see trash on the floor lying around, instead of just walking over it, maybe picking up that one water bottle and throwing it away, it's a big step to helping the environment overall.